Hey loves, it's your girl DeeDee and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. So I am back, another reaction video. Now this one comes from the Daily Wrap-Up crew. Make sure you guys go over and support their channel if you haven't already. They have some amazing content over there, so make sure you go over and support them. In this video clip, this woman is just very masculine. I'm just saying, she's a decent looking woman, but she's very masculine and very aggressive. This is what a lot of men are coming across. They're coming across these women who kind of act like men. Their demeanor and everything is very similar to how men would act. And so we're gonna talk about it. Is this something that they're doing because they think that they're supposed to be? Or is this a part of their masculinity and their masculine nature? I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Let me know. Definitely chime in the comments. Leave your thoughts of what you think about this video. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. So without any other further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
Sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And
right.
Maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but he's not funny.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
Get into the first topic. Is being a good man good enough for modern women today? Which I think
it depends on what's good enough. Like, what are your terms? What are your expectations? Everybody's standard is different. So I mean, it's like contextual at this point, what good is in a man, what a certain female might want out of a man. So I think it depends.
Okay. I personally think I think you're right. It does depend on the person, but when it comes to her, I think she was chatting. I really don't. I get where she's coming from, where it's like, you know, there's more to it, but it's like, what more should there be? You know, if he's a good person, he takes care of you, he provides, like, what else do you want? I
think everyone has different needs, so it really.
So then, but being with, okay.
I feel like she has to figure out what's a good man for her. Like, if, like she says, a good man is not enough, then it's like, what is there?
What is enough? Yeah.
Like, what is
if he's a good guy, he's respectful, he's loving towards you, he's supportive, you know, he wants the things that you want. Like, if you are looking for a man to marry you and build a family and you guys are on that same page, that will be considered a good guy for you. He's an all-around good person who was raised with good morals and values and knows what he wants, and he goes after it. You know, he's working towards something. He's successful in his own right, which means he has a stable job or career that he loves, and he wants to build a family with a decent, respectable woman who's of like mind. That's what I would consider an all-around good guy. You know, those are the guys that most women don't want. So it really does boil down to what the woman considers good. And I say that loosely because a lot of these women know what a good guy is. They just don't want him a lot of the times. You want a guy that looks like Tupac with the swag of Tupac, but you want him to be faithful to just you and loyal and supportive and all of these things to you. You trying to take a street dude and turn him into a straight-laced guy who values family and morals and all this stuff, and that's just not going to happen because that's not who he is. So I just wanted to say that. Let's continue.
Enough for you? Like, what is he doing that's not enough?
If you want something, if you don't want a genuine, like, and I'm not saying that you can't get something genuine out of, you know, another type of relationship, but if you don't want a genuine relationship, just be straightforward. Like, you just want fucking money, you want this, you want that, like, just let's keep it $150. You feel me? I don't know. I feel like personally she was just rambling on from saying what she really wanted to say.
Yeah, because she mentioned his humor, but do you feel like, you know, women move the goalposts when it comes to, you know, potentially having a successful relationship as far as wanting more?
Elaborate, please.
Like she mentioned, he's a good man. He does everything, but his humor was the only thing that was lacking. You don't f with his humor, and that just turned her off from him.
If that's a big thing for her, then she will move the goalpost. If it's like whatever, then you know she's gonna override that. But again, it depends on what she's looking for.
Now he got to be Eddie Murphy and shit.
She's not gonna find
I want to stay with Juta because Juta make a good point about women moving the goalposts, right?
But look, before he continue, I said this before, women want jumping monkeys. They want a man to make them happy 24/7, period. They want just somebody who's gonna go with the flow and do whatever it is they want to make them happy, and then that's still not gonna make them happy, because then they're gonna be like, well, why he do everything that I want? You want a man to put you in your place. You want him with a little edge. You know, it's just confusing. They do move the goalposts, and they're just not really 100% sure what it is that they really want. You want a good guy. You want a man that can lead and all this stuff. But then when you get that, oh my God, you too controlling. You don't like him telling you anything. You don't really want that. The real gag is a lot of these women don't really know what it is that they want. They're just talking to be talking and to sound like they know something. But you really don't know what it is that you want. Because when if you're fortunate enough to get it, they still leave them because that's not what they really want. They don't know what they want. They really don't. Let's continue.
We would hear women say, where are all the good men? Like, there's no good men. So now that y'all found that good man, now it's like, well, he has all of these. He has 98% of what I want. But because he doesn't have that 2%, man, he just not for me. So you were willing to risk that 2% in hopes to find a man, this 100% man. And realistically, I don't think anybody's going to find that 100% person that's compatible with you, you know, men or women. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for you to try to keep holding out to find that, and that's what I'm finding what's happening a lot with women is I'm gonna keep looking for that unicorn or that guy that's ultra compatible with me, and you're gonna keep getting older and older. And now your options are not even there no more. Like, you know, now that guy that you did find, he may not even want you like that. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because of, you know, obviously biology and all these other factors that, you know, these guys that have made enough of themselves as far as, you know, if they are successful and productive in society, they have the options now. Like, you get what I'm saying? So mm-hmm. Now they have the bulk of options. Now, do you fit in their options? Probably not.
He's right. And that's what hitting the wall is all about. You think you have all these options, and you may have these options when you're younger, but you're very, you know, picky and looking over men that would be good picks, but you're cherry picking certain things, and you thinking that you're going to find this perfect man that's just going to meet all of your qualifications and more. And then you keep going through different man after man after man after man, not finding what you're looking for because it really doesn't exist. Now, by the time you're late 30s, 40s, you already had kids by some of these guys in relationships that did not work out. And so now you're still looking for this perfect guy. They got women out here in their 50s and 60s still saying that they will not settle because they still haven't found that perfect man, not understanding that, baby, no perfect person exists. So you got to take the bulk of what you can get and run with that and be happy. Let's continue.
The reason why I didn't get what she was saying is because she was talking about like little aspects that don't really matter. You know, mm-hmm. To me, like a deal breaker would be if he's messy or like extremely messy though, like to the point where it's like unmanageable or he's not self-aware. You'll be surprised by how many people are not self-aware. Mm-hmm. You know, like those are deal breakers for me. But like him not being funny, okay, I'll be funny for the both of us. Yeah. We'll find. We'll thug it out.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
What's your thoughts, King?
I think she, like you said, like she looking for like the perfect man, and it's like nobody's perfect. You know what I mean?
She's not perfect.
That's what I'm saying. She's not perfect. So how you expecting perfect out of somebody else? You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to work with somebody in order to make a relationship successful.
And I feel like women would use the word settle and men would use the word compromise when you're looking for a relationship. Once a man is hooked onto a woman, we are willing to compromise and build. You know, where women, they feel like they settling, and once a woman feel like she's kind of settling, she always got one foot in, one foot out, worrying about or seeing what her other options, exploring her options at all times.
I have a question for what you said when it comes to women looking. You don't think men look? Like they're always, I mean, I hear it all the time. They'll be with a great woman where it's like, you know, it's perfect for them, but they're willing to risk it for something extremely temporary. So I feel like that's backwards.
I could agree with that.
I don't think that's looking to like.
No, that's looking
to upgrade. No, hold on. I'll let you talk. I don't think it's looking to like upgrade or whatever. Like a woman will look to upgrade her situation. A man look for like something temporary and then go back home to his wife.
But you're risking it.
True.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's looking to upgrade or if you're looking to risk it. You're still looking. It's the same.
I mean, but you looking at it two different.
No, it's the same thing. You're risking it.
It's two different perspectives.
You're not satisfied enough.
That's not true either.
But you're looking. So if you were, why would you look?
That's not true either.
But why would you look then? Tell me that.
That's I don't know how to. I don't know how to. I can't explain it to you.
Then.
Because it's essentially the same thing. You're just doing it in a different way.
We're human.
Yo, it looks
a man
different,
could be
but it's not.
a man could be satisfied with his situation and still look at something like temporary. I'll get this real quick. Then that has nothing to do with his situation.
Also true.
I think I get what he's saying. Look, men and women are different. Women will meet another guy while they're in a relationship, and if she feels like she's having a better time with this other man, she would definitely be looking to leave her solid relationship to go and build another one with another guy. What he's saying is most men, yeah, they'll look, and I see what she's saying, they'll risk their entire relationships because it is a risk. I agree with her on that, but he's not looking to leave. That's the thing. A majority of men are not looking to leave. They'll cheat and do it, which I don't condone cheating at all, but this is what they'll do. They'll cheat. They'll more than likely still keep their happy home. They don't want their wives to find out that they're cheating. It's just their goal. They looking at something that they might want to try, which I don't condone, but that's just the reality. But they're still looking to go home to their wives and their children and their family. Women will leave their situation and go with a whole nother dude and want to start something completely different. That's just what it is. So I think that's the difference that he's trying to distinguish in this. But let's continue.
Doesn't mean he's not satisfied though. That's why I said it's two different things.
What is that? You're still risking it. So it's like a woman is risking looking for someone better, and you're still risking.
Yeah, but she will leave her situation.
It's even worse. I feel like it sounds even worse in the way that you're putting it right now.
You will leave your situation in hopes that this man will be better, that you're talking to with no strings attached, and you will hope that this is going to be a better situation. I'm not leaving my situation.
And you would risk, there's men that would risk, let's say 10 plus year relationship for what, a nut?
Yeah.
Let's be 100% transparent.
Yeah,
okay then. Yeah. So it's double, like you can't.
No, they're both wrong. It's no.
I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah.
They're both wrong, but it's two different perspectives though.
Yeah.
How many times have you realistically been cheated on and stood with the dude?
I don't know. And I honestly, I can't tell you.
All right, well, let's ask the rest of the world and society of women who stood with a after he cheated on her and smiled in her face, got back in the panties, and then cheated on her again. After a while, it's like normal. It's like regular. You get what I'm saying? Where as far as
so just say you can't control yourself.
No. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, but that's literally what you're insinuating. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
I'm saying you're allowing me to fuck other girls to come fuck you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you can't control yourself.
No. I can control myself.
Clearly not.
Because if certain people that's in that situation want to be in that and like not do that, they can do that. So it's what you allow.
And also, it's the women that they go out and cheat with. They're cheating with women, right? They're cheating with women. So if those women were not allowing it, I think they're allowing it on both sides, because the women you're going to cheat with are ready to open their legs and say, I don't care if you got a girl, whatever, come on, get some of this. If those women were like, hell no, you got a girl, you married or whatever, I'm not fooling with you, they would have less opportunities or chances to do that. The woman that you're with is allowing it. If she finds out you're cheating and she stays in that relationship, then she's allowing you to do it, as opposed to saying, look, if you gonna do this, hell no, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm gonna keep it moving. They don't care. So this is why it makes it easier for these types of men to get in these draws of these women, because these women let them and they don't care if they're in a relationship. There's no type of morals or values associated with this. They're just out trying to get the D too, just like the men. But let's continue.
You can't control yourself.
And if a woman then has these standards where she doesn't allow a man to cheat on her,
he's gonna find a woman. No.
Listen, can you listen?
I'm listening.
Okay, please, thank you.
Saying the same thing.
No. Are you going to just keep talking? Like,
I'm just telling you are saying the same thing.
I'm not, because you keep running your mouth. Okay. Like I'm trying to say something.
Speaking facts, it's not running my mouth.
No, you are. Because I'm trying to let you know. Because I asked you, have you been cheated on? I asked you. You said you don't know.
No, I mean, realistically, if I have been cheated on, then it's like I obviously wouldn't be with that person anymore.
But would you say that most men, if a woman cheat on him, would he give her a second chance?
Yeah, there's men who would.
No, I said most.
Men.
I don't know. I can't speak statistically.
All right, so you don't know women getting cheated on?
No.
All right.
I don't know women getting cheating on. They know they're getting cheated on. Same way I don't know.
Yes, yes, you do.
No,
yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Yes, you do.
Here you go, Trey.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is people who cheat can't control themselves?
Yeah.
But the studies show that women cheat more than men.
Why don't you respect yourself enough to keep your penis in your pants?
Why don't women?
Huh?
They cheat more than men. That's
No.
that's a study that shows that.
Show me the statistics.
But I mean, listen, they wouldn't have any other choice but to keep their penis in their pants if women wasn't opening their legs to them. You know, it's got to be accountability on both sides. If women would close their legs and say hell no to the PPs, then these men wouldn't have any other choice but to commit to somebody. That way they can have, you know, what they want on a consistent basis. You have to be accountable on both sides. I say this 1,000 times, but let's continue.
Where'd you get the statistics from?
That is actually a thing. Like that's a study. Like, you know what I mean? We had a whole episode about that.
She angry. Go ahead, Google it. Go ahead, Google it.
Oh, you looking it up?
Please.
I fact check everything.
Yeah, please do. And then apologize.
She said no. Like, even when she found it, like, no, I ain't gonna apologize.
Yeah.
Like, that's only one article. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, realistically, hold up, I gotta read this. Give me a second, y'all.
Okay.
I gotta analyze, and then I'll give my summary.
Is it physical or emotional?
it doesn't matter. Cheated.
Oh, look.
No, but you're right. You are right.
But see, but the first thing you try to do is justify it.
It's not justify. I'm trying to see what's
No, that's a good question.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter? You can't control yourself.
No, well, because there's
according to her, you can't control yourself.
No,
it don't matter. No.
Well, honestly, I feel like if you feel the need to cheat, why not just break up with the person?
That's how I feel.
Period.
Agree.
You feel me?
100%.
That's because.
But again,
I just want to make sure you stick into your guns. That
I am
they can't control themselves.
Because she's on the same. She's on the same article.
I'm speaking as to men. No, I'm speaking as to
Only
men
to men.
where. No, wait. I didn't say only to men. I said speaking as to men where they feel the need to go out of a relationship they know is good for a one night stand. That to me, and it's continuous, back to back. I feel like that's a sign of being out of control. There's men, you guys like sex is something y'all really into. Y'all don't take it as seriously as women. So for you to act like impulsive.
Why would you say that? Why we don't take it as seriously?
Because I'm not going to speak for all women.
You guys can't get pregnant. You don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
So for y'all to be taking that serious, why the
f***
y'all getting pregnant by a million that ain't
who's
gonna
a million? You are hurt.
Huh? How am I hurt?
Because who's a million? And who's you?
How many women out here that's pregnant by a man that's not even with them?
How many niggas out here with mad baby mothers?
But you just said woman gives the access to pregnancy, right?
I didn't say that. She did.
Okay, so I'm talking to her, then you need to be quiet.
No, I don't need to be quiet. It's a podcast.
You do. Because you're angry right now.
I'm not angry. I just question why you're hurt. You look extremely mad right now.
No, you are.
No, I'm not, babe.
Just because your tone is different don't mean you're not aggravated.
You're hyped up, though.
I'm just
You're hyped up, though.
I think it's
and that's clearly you're mad.
Why is it heated though?
She seemed triggered, honestly. She seemed like she was getting mad and she projected that onto him. You know, I've heard these conversations over and over and over and over. And it's, women do try to deflect and protect the sisterhood. Women really do try to justify the actions of a lot of these women. But honestly, if we're gonna be real, there are men who are out here cheating on their wives, cheating on their girlfriends, but they're cheating with other women. Men cheat and women cheat too. They act like women don't cheat. These women be out here cheating left and right. They're just better at hiding it. So, look, this goes both ways. But women try to justify their actions in every way possible. And try to always point out the flaws of the men, but they have the same flaws. And that's why they get mad. Because you know that it refers to you. You just don't want it to be pointed out. It's a matter of deflecting it off of me so I can point at you and call you the bad ninja while I can sit over here and pretend like I don't do any of this. And women don't do any of this. And women are just, the creme de la creme of the crop. And they don't cheat. They don't do anything. They don't flirt. They don't do nothing. They just perfect in every way. It's some BS. That's all they do. Deflect, put it onto the man so you won't focus on them. But women do the same stuff just as men. Just as the cheating men, they're cheating women. Let's continue.
Yo, get into this next topic. It's the term alpha male being misconstrued with being misogynistic.
Yes.
Why you say that?
100%.
Yeah, because it's just bound to happen because everyone has their own term of what an alpha man is. So people are gonna put misogyny in it. It's just natural.
I have a question for y'all. What is your definition of an alpha man before I get into it?
I think somebody that's assertive, somebody that's a leader,
commands respect, attention.
Yeah.
even amongst his peers, he stands out. Like he's an alpha.
Confident.
Confident.
Right.
Successful.
Okay.
Great leadership skills.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question. Do you think 2 alphas could be in a relationship?
No.
Why?
No.
Why do you think so?
Wait, why? What is that called then? That type of
That is
relationship.
called a dysfunctional relationship.
No, it's called the
like-
power couple, babes.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's
You can look it up.
How long have power couples existed?
Let's look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. They're 2 alphas in a relationship. Great example.
But how do we know? Because she's
Yeah.
successful?
She's an alpha in her industry. She's 100% an alpha. You can't deny that she
How
is.
are you defining
That's
that?
2 alphas in a
Just because
relationship.
she's successful
Why
doesn't
can't
mean
there be
she's
2 alphas?
automatically an alpha.
Yeah,
And
that's
just-
a that's
and
a.
just because she's
what are you
successful
talking
in
about?
business, don't mean she bring that to a relationship.
In a relationship,
Exactly.
but this
But-
is
And I agree with that. And I think I think she's wrong in that way. People assume. I honestly don't think. And this whole alpha male, alpha woman thing is just ridiculous to me. And I don't think that Beyonce is that. I think women want to believe that she is. I don't think. You know, you could look at the way she talked about Jay-Z in that speech that she gave. I didn't see what they would consider alpha at all. She actually seems like she's more on the submissive side when it comes to her husband. So I think women just want women to be that way because they think that that's some type of flex or something, that it's a flex to be that way and be masculine, more like a man. I think that they think that's a flex, but it's really not. You're making assumptions that you have no idea about. You don't know what these people's lives are on a day-to-day basis. But people like to assume and push their narrative on somebody that they look up to. That's just what that is. But let's continue.
Why does
there's
it-
2 alphas in the relationship, there has to be a point where someone is in submission at some point.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like I'm not saying.
So 2
I'm not
alphas can't
saying.
be.
They
No,
can
yeah.
be, but they have to
can't.
understand their positions at certain
Exactly.
times. They have to
They
have
can't.
They
that.
can't
Or you're not
coexist
one
in a
way, one
relationship
all the time.
together. She can be alpha at work. Whatever she wants to be. He can be
I mean,
alpha
it
at
happens
work.
all the time. There are 2 alphas in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, you have to know one person has to submit at one time. Someone has to be the beta at
That's
some
not a,
time.
then that's not an
But
alpha. You can't be selectively an alpha. Like that's not how alpha works.
that is
You
how
talk
it
about
works.
beta.
No, it
Somebody
doesn't.
has to be a beta. That's not how
Someone
alpha
has
works.
to have a submission
Alpha doesn't
role
sub-
at some time.
So basically, she's saying at some point the man has to be a simp. He got to change who he is to make the relationship work. That's that. Yeah, I don't think that this so-called 2 alphas can work in a relationship now because it's butting heads. It's basically a dominant male and a dominant female, a dominant woman who's trying to exert her masculinity or whatever, or her dominance, or her, trying to be in control of a situation. 2 people can't run the relationship. You got to have somebody that's dominant and somebody that's submissive. But a lot of women don't respect submission. They don't think that they should be submissive to a man, period. But they want a man who's a leader and to guide everything, but you want to be a leader as well, and that's the problem. And this is why women want to paint that narrative that, it could be 2 alphas in a relationship, 2 dominant people trying, and pushing for control, because that's what that will look like. Both of y'all are fighting and struggling for the power and control, and that's never going to work. Somebody's going to have to relent. If you got a dominant man who's running the show, then you're more than likely going to be the submissive one, because first off, if you have a man, a masculine dominant man, he's not going to allow you to change his narrative or change who he is. You're going to have to submit or be gone. That's just what that's going to be. Bottom line. But let's continue.
Alpha
At
doesn't
some
submit.
point,
Alpha
they
doesn't
Some
submit.
people
because
think-
they're capable of it, but their whole personality is an alpha. It
Some
is
people think, I
possible.
just looked it up. Some people think, and this is quote for quote, some people think that there can only be 1 alpha to strive in a relationship if they are paired with a beta. This is the damaging rule of thumb. 2 compatible alphas, hence the keyword compatible alphas, can be in a relationship and make a power couple. You have your strong suits, I have my
And
strong
they can
suits,
be an
and we
alpha
combine.
together
Where you
at
get that
I
certain
feel like
times that
I
it'll
feel like
work. It's not
men
even-
who
Where you get
feel
that
as
from?
if Google.
reference?
It's right here.
That's
But
Wikipedia.
when you was Googling do women
Can-
cheat, you
can I
stop
see?
reading that.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
you
I
ain't
just
read
think
that
that-
article, but when women cheat, you
No,
didn't
it
read
was
that
too
out loud.
long. No. That's a quote. That's not a whole article. That's
It's
the
a
first thing that
quote.
came
So where
up.
did they get
2
that quote from?
alphas can
Y'all
be in
can
a
write anything.
relationship.
Quick,
Contrary to
real
what
quick.
women believe, I do not believe that 2 alphas, and I know we live in this era where women want to be boss babes and boss chicks, and that's fine. But like you said, somebody always has to submit to.
At
It's not.
certain
It's
times,
not.
there's certain times
It's
where
not
you
in the
can be
definition
alphas
of an
together
alpha
and
to
it works.
submit. That's not how that works.
But
There's
y'all-
another-
y'all-
there's
y'all
another
told-
term
y'all
for that.
told
There's
my-
different aspects to a
She
whole
dominates in
person's
her part of the
personality.
relationship, and he dominates in his part of the relationship, and it works beautifully. I'm an alpha. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me because I'm a leader.
But those alphas
What-
are not
what-
in
what you lead-
relationships. I can sit
Yes,
in a room
there
with the
is.
alphas. I'm not in a relationship with these alphas. We're not in a relationship. You're comparing regular people as individual alphas in a relationship.
Point. You're missing my point. You're literally taking it literally instead of reading in between the lines. If you're an alpha and you are comfortable within yourself and being confident, why does it matter if you're also with an alpha? Is there something funny? What's funny? I want to hear it. What's funny? I just feel like you haven't had a guest like this before, and you're just astonished. I don't know.
I'm not worried, concerned about you. I
never said you were.
Is that what I said? Are you mad?
No. Is that what I said though? You just put words in my mouth.
I just made a little smirk, and then you mad.
I just asked you.
Listen, and talking alpha woman. What are you, Wonder Woman?
Don't put words in my mouth. I never said I'm an alpha woman.
I think in general, because we live in this new age where women are embracing, for some reason, their their masculinity more. And they're getting rid of their femininity in exchange for masculinity. Now y'all want to tell men what they should want in a masculine woman, and men are saying we don't want that. We want feminine women. We want fit women. We want cooperative women. And if you want to be an alpha, you want to always bump heads with me. You want to challenge my authority in every decision I make. I'm saying what men want.
I have two questions for you. First of all, what is it that you determine to be masculine in a woman? What are attributes that a woman has that you see as masculine? And I really need to hear masculine attributes and not just something that makes you feel threatened by the type of confidence and mindset that she has.
I'm gonna answer that two parts, right? You keep using this word, make me feel threatened. It's ironic that you use those words, but when we talk about alpha men and how misogynistic that is, then now your feelings get involved. But listen, now your feelings get involved when we talk about alpha men, and when alpha men are saying on these shows or whatever the case is, what alpha man is. Now you feel threatened because of your feelings. But what I'm saying is, you keep using that word. We feel threatened by our feelings.
No, because you said masculinity.
Women feel threatened about alpha men, which is why I keep trying to define the term and what is misogynistic. When sometimes it's not even misogynistic.
It's not
because y'all think a man is trying to control y'all. Oh, that's misogynistic. He's trying to have authority over me. That's misogynistic. Y'all keep using these terms to try to hurt our feelings, and it's not working.
It's not. Child, listen. He has a point. And once again, like I say, women are trying to control the narrative. They want to control the relationship. They want to feel equal or more important than the men in the relationship. This is what this alpha woman stuff is about. But you want a man to treat you like a princess and a queen. You want him to treat you with the utmost respect and all of these things. You want to feel like the woman in a relationship, but you also want to act like the man in a relationship too, because you got a job, because you make your own money. So you want to feel just as important, if not more important than the man in a relationship. You want to call certain shots. This whole masculine on masculine is not going to work, because these women act like men and they want to be dominant. So then you're going to fight this man on every decision that he's making and everything that he's trying to do, and it's just going to cause him a headache. So I just think a lot of women need to stop trying to be masculine, stop trying to be men. Move in your feminine energy. That doesn't mean that you don't have a say in things and that you can't do anything in a relationship. It just means that you're the woman and he's the man, and y'all are not the same. Bottom line, it's not that difficult. It's only difficult when you're trying to work or do things outside of your nature. You want to be masculine like a man. You want to be like a man and control things and do things like men, and you're not a man. But if men start treating you like a man, then now you're going to have a problem with that. So listen, I thought this was a great discussion. I thought, I think they handled themselves very well. I love watching their show. Definitely check them out if you haven't already, you guys. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell once again to be notified when I upload new videos or go live. That is it for this particular video. I'm going to leave it here, you guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.